Welcome in. If this video found you, it's always for a reason. These messages are finding you whenever it needs to find you. This is how this is. Sometimes we are recording something now that can be valuable for you in your now. That's how it works. It can seem like there is only algorithms and things like that, but algorithms and the system is all built up around how it works naturally, because that is what works. The most natural way. And now we're sort of like branching out. Our energy is branching out. Many beings don't get what we're doing, but we are giving. That's it. Let's do this. A little DIY here. This is what we have to work with. Now this battery is done. We don't have any immediate... maybe we have this. Let's see. Maybe we can make this work. Okay, this is how it is sometimes. Hang on a second. Wait. We're again. Wait. That worked. That's pretty good, actually. That's pretty good. I like it. It's a good reserve. Sweet. Okay. So, now we changed scenery. We expanded. And there was a shift. And this is sometimes how Gaia works. She makes stuff happen to tell a story. And this is what we are guided to inspire you with today. Because your consciousness is much grander than what you think it is. This reality, how it functions, is not many people that truly get. There's a lot of guessing and interpretations and know-it-alls, and there's a lot of twisted perceptions. And that is the thing. The more twisted your perception, the more twisted what you're seeing is and what you're manifesting is. What we are very much talking about is the landing of the soul through a body. Many of you think that you are just in a body. You don't know where you came from. You don't know if something was before, because you seem to not remember anything, and you don't even think that there's anything after you're gone from this planet. So you're like, whatever, it doesn't really matter. It couldn't be further from the actual truth. And you can find this out for yourself. This is what we have done. We have walked the path of the body. We were confused for a time because everyone seemed to be telling us certain things that wasn't truly... It seemed to be very confusing. And it almost seems like everyone else is doing it to you. But that's only your own level of divide projected outward. That is a very deep one, but it is actually that. And people in your environment, they will support the narrative even of what you've created, because you've created it. Of course it's sustainable to the best of its ability. That's why these things keeps happening sometimes, and it seems random. But if you comprehend completely how it is consciousness works, you can't change your consciousness by acquiring knowledge. If we would be in your shoes, we would focus on finding the body's path, your body's path, as the number one priority. Or at the very least, follow whatever you can to get there. Because it's only through the body, not just through the body, or I'm feeling the body, or I'm meditating. What you have to comprehend what meditation does to your system. It is you shifting your focus from the outside world to your body for a moment. It's so much magical. Oh, it's so good meditation. Everyone's doing meditation. So everyone is just locking themselves in their rooms, quieting the mind and focusing on themselves. And then they go out in the world and do exactly the same thing that gets you sort of entangled frequency-wise, that then you go back to the meditation and then it sort of clears, and then sometimes it lasts longer. Do you see the same mentality as taking a Pnex? It's sort of the same mentality. Then you see that it's a deeper psychological issue here. Right? And that's what we're getting at, is that it's more than a meditation, what we're teaching here. It's a reprogramming of our own psychology from the help of higher intelligence, Jesus, and all of the guides that are helping us, because it's so many. They're all working together. That is where all one is. Down here, well, you can pretend that it's all one, but if you're just pretending and you're in the body, you're not seeing reality correctly then. Because here, this is our playground as a soul. You can attune to other, almost like, oh, we're all one, yeah. But it's not reality here. And so it drifts you out of the body, because it's not true in the way that you are thinking about it. The concept is true, but the way that you're thinking about what it is not. And that's why it takes you out of the body. We're not here to entertain concepts. We're here to embody truth. We're here to walk the body's path, knowing that you are connected to everything and all is one. But that doesn't mean that you're confusing yourself with that your human body's experience doesn't have preferences. Oh, cockroaches. Fuck, we're killing the motherfuckers. We don't want them here. The body. We're not confused with levels of reality. Yes, we know their messages and all of that, but it's also, they're dealing with filth. It's a lot of things that we don't want in our food, meddling around with stuff, you know? So it's like, you gotta use some common sense. This is what we mean by being fully landed. You can't just pretend that, oh, these ants, oh yeah, it's all one, so let me just let them be and just, what? Go all over you? To not have any boundaries here? That's what it leads to. Bypassing. That's not why we're here. We're here to truly make sense, knowing that, yeah, we're in a different reality here. We're not in this we are all one reality. here. But that's where we're heading. But we need to look at truth for the body in order to take us there. The body is the boss of this environment. Meaning, it's not here to dick you around. That's the wrong perception again. You have to listen to it. Give it what it wants and desires. And when you do that, when you have found that signal, not just doing the habit and the automatic and responding from the automatic, but daring to share your body's heart. Did someone touch you today? Did you dare to share it? Did someone, whatever, did you dare to share it? Are you present with what's happening so that you're speaking when something is being invoked by Gaia for you to speak? That can happen at any moment. But know the difference between Gaia and old habits. That's the big difference here. We're here to lessen, and you can only know when you feel the body. You feel the flavor of that energy. Like if you did something, you can feel the flavor. That was coming from me just wanting to be liked, let's say. This one is some kind of old relationship pattern. So don't do it. That's the game. Withhold what is the old. We are a poet and we didn't know it. It's such a bad joke, but it's sort of funny as well. Yeah. It's always good to lighten up the body's mood, It's always good. Milk those moments, those good moments. Because you're going through lots of changes naturally with Gaia. And it depends on what your filter of perception is. If you end up sort of seeing twisted, because it can be very easy if you're opening your heart that people are misinterpreting your heart. We have noticed that a lot. People, people thinking that we are wanting a relationship when we are opening up our heart. It doesn't necessarily mean that. We don't know what it means. That's the thing, because we are exploring what the body, what is this something new and exciting and uplifting that can happen or not? Pretty simple, really. Is there a resonance, And we have noticed a lot of people, a lot of misunderstandings. Yeah, and also when we're sharing truth, sometimes truth is a little cutting. Can be. It can feel like that. And we rather say it, and it comes across a little off, maybe a little triggering to some, that we're not baking it into this like beautiful fluffy pillow that people can like almost like fall asleep on. Like we're not that type of, that's not what actually shifts things. We are primarily focused on soul development here. And that is the main purpose of coming together. That is always the main purpose of coming together. It's just that humanity has created the romantic, special relationship, that special someone, and there is a lot of pitfalls in that. There's a lot of pitfalls because there are all these ways of behavior that you can get caught in and project onto the other being, which is not the point. The point is to be open, and for that we have to share with each other the truth of what happened from our experience. That is love. And that can sometimes be a little bit processing. Sometimes it can be a little bit more like there's a little bit of frustration and anger in there. That's a good thing to touch while you're speaking, because you're bringing through the body's feelings. It's not just yeah, I felt like that, and I felt like that, and I felt like, yeah. No emotion. It is about bringing in the body and actually feeling it, Like, yeah, I didn't like that. That was a horrible experience. Fuck that, for example, Or wow, oh, that was such a wonderful experience. And when that happened, and there was this moment of pure magic, that moment. It's about using everything to convey what the soul wants to convey to you. Because sometimes there are always different lessons that can be learned. But where it goes off, it's if it's too much projection and not enough truth. Truth is love. Speaking. Heart is not just fluffy and talking like this. Not necessarily. Yeah. It's a little bit like the heart emoji. Like it's nothing wrong with that. That can be wonderful too. But it's like, not only that, we can go into roles and we can play. That's fun. That can be a lot of fun. And there can be a lot of ways that you can free up energy with another partner. There are many ways that, and this happens automatically when people meet. It's just that people don't know because they haven't gotten training, and then it's easy to just assume what something is based on past experiences. Because when you get this game and what it's actually about, it's about this self-connection, and from there meet. Then you can start to call each other out when something else is happening, and then you have support. To what? To maintain this alignment. That's when, you have these tantra session where, you have the eye lock between a couple, let's say, and then these are just some games that you can do, like these tantra games. And then you have this, the woman being allowed to slap the man on the face if he loses consciousness. And sometimes they just slap because they don't even know, because they're not even conscious. Sometimes it's just slap. So something is happening for sure. But it's also not just taking attention either. You see, there are many pitfalls that you can get into. There is a balance when you are following Gaia and not just do your role, Not just be the thing, but actually allowing for Gaia to reveal. You know? And then the less you interfere, the more you can observe the natural flowering. You know? And what naturally flowers through you, to ask, to, you know, there are many things that can happen, but that can only happen when there's trust. Trust in the body. And we've had some experiences there that was not pleasant. And so we are looking forward to playing this game with people, even. You know, it doesn't have to be a partner, although that would be nice. We feel that it might perhaps need to be at some point, because there are certain things that only truly can be healed by going through the experience. And sort of, and you can see clearly what happened, but it's only because the body wants to experience a healthy version of that. That's the sealing of the healing. We are poet, we didn't know it. Here it comes again. You know, it sort of keeps showing itself. You will never forget this. And so this is how we grow in consciousness, and this is how we can grow with each other. And this stuff, seriously guys, this stuff is not supposed to be a tantra thing. It's not supposed to be in the bedroom thing, or you know, it's like this is supposed to be every single day with each other. Truth. It doesn't mean that all beings you're sharing intimacy with, but truth is love. You see? If you respect a brother, you tell him the truth and not fluff over stuff. You see? There's a reason why there is not, well, at least we can feel, this is our consciousness, we're seeking true brothers. So far, there's been a lot of pretend. And we don't fucking like that. That's not respect, you know? That's not how you treat a brother. A brother. A brother. So, honesty. And we know everyone is on their own journey with this, with developing this skill, you know? But authenticity with yourself, with what you're really feeling, not pretending and avoiding it and projecting it, you know? That's where the true healing is. Not avoiding when something challenging is happening, but actually get more curious. Don't avoid, get more curious. Not more confrontational. No. Get more curious about what's going on in my body in relation to this. You know? It's always your own body. And if that goes too fast to like either a thought or an action or a non-action, you know, it's all the same. It all has the same fundamental correction, which is to take a different action. And that's what we do in all of these 28-day shifts. we set a goal. I hope you've set your goal yesterday for the coming 28 days, what you want to accomplish. And that should include something that is more soul-driven or mission-driven of whatever you're doing, and also the body. What is your body's next step in whatever that its development is? And that can be talking to people, it can be opening up to love again, which we had in the last round, which we had this series of events that just trickled and did that we could feel in our body, which means the pathway is open. And that was it. We didn't say we were going to meet it, you know. We'll see what we write this time. We have written a few things, and we're going to revise. One of the things that we are working on is to use our voice more. And it's things that will get the body more comfortable with speaking in front of groups of people. That is naturally what we are stepping into. And so our body just felt like doing something, you know, like that, so that we feel like we're going there. And this is an exploration also, because it's, for us, it's like everything is so new. Once you make this shift, everything is so new. We know that some beings are connected to their body, but we also thought that we were connected to our body. And you are, all of you are at some point, but once you correct enough of these misperceptions, this is why we dedicate these 28 days for. And then every single day we get inspired by the to-do list, whatever that is, you know, whatever you are feeling drawn to. Oh, do that class. Like for us, that is more like, okay, book that thing, do that thing, you know, that's the to-do, like the actionable thing. And then we have the behavioral thing, what to increase, what to decrease, what to shift more into, what to be more easy on the inside. There are many different shifts that you can ask for, much more than you think. It's not only about this. You can ask for manifestations. I wish to learn something. Put them all there and see what happens at the end of it. Because when you go and you follow along in this natural process, you will be amazed what magic can happen. This is what we have experienced every single 28 days. So get ready. If you haven't already, sign up below and get started, get familiarized to start the Ascension program. We start on Saturday. Take care, and we'll talk to you again in the next one. Ciao.